Hi, good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing okay. I'm
Yeah,
feeling just a lot of sadness lately and just stress, and so I'm okay, but it's been it's been hard.
let's see, Sarah. I seen you a week ago, and we kind of just touched base briefly on your situation. And I know that you were feeling some guilt and a little bit of some anxious feelings. So, would you like to talk about it a little more today? And let's see.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it will help to. I need to just process what I'm feeling, is it's been a lot. So, my parents are aging, and they both have a lot of health problems. My mom is legally blind, but super independent and skilled at managing in her home, getting along. Her and my dad have been able to coexist with their health problems for a long time with a little support from me and my siblings. But my dad's health is rapidly declining, and he's fallen a few times. And so, as siblings, we've got together and just feel like it's time that they're not safe in their home. Because when my dad was a little healthier, he was able to help my mom. You know, she's super independent and can function. He was able to help her, but since he's fallen and his health is deteriorating, it's just he's not able to be the support that she needs, and we just constantly worry about both of their safety. And so we had a little family meeting and feel like it's time to look at assisted living. And so my sister took my mom to see a few places, and she's more resistant than my dad. My dad's like, yeah, I need help. Let's do it. Or my mom's like, I don't want to give up my independence. So it's been hard watching them kind of grapple with it and have different feelings about it. And just a lot of sadness that I know life is short. They're based on their current health. I just don't know how much longer they're going to be with us. So there's that grief about, processing their they're not going to be with us always. And but also just like the stress of taking them out of their home when I know that's not, even though my dad's like, yeah, I'm ready for it. It's hard. So that's where I'm at emotionally, just watching this unfold, trying to manage my own emotions, but then be a support to them as they go through this.
Definitely see that this is definitely bothering you. Um, it's nice that they've been so independent for such a long time. That's really great for them, and it's difficult when we start getting into this age group for ourselves that we have to start realizing that our parents are aging and it is hard, but I can tell that you love them very much and that you want them to be safe.
Yeah.
So how is it with your siblings? How many siblings do you have?
So there's four of us.
Okay.
I'm second out of four. So my older sister's kind of taking charge. She's the one that took my mom to check out some care centers. So she's kind of taken on that that role, and I feel like I don't it's hard to knowing, like, I feel like I don't want to overwhelm them. So I want to be involved, but I feel like it's not good for all of us to go check out the care centers together. It's a little intense. So,
It's
there's
certainly something you could do after she goes,
right.
maybe you could sneak in, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that actually, maybe we could go as siblings together and check it out without my parents. Maybe that's something we could do.
Yeah, definitely, just so that you can see and if I remember correctly, do your parents live close to you or is it another sibling that they live near?
We all live pretty close to each other. We all live within,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. So, and we're planning on moving them to a care center that we can access
Good.
quickly.
Good.
But yeah, it would be nice if one of us could take them into our home or one of us could go live with them. But it's just we all still have kids at home and jobs, and so I just don't think any of us, even though we're able to help support them, it would be a totally different situation to have to bring them into our home with teenagers and busy schedules. So wanting to support them, but just feeling like we don't have the tools to bring you into our home or one of us to go live with you so you can keep your independence in your home. So wanting, feeling like they'll be, and I think just especially with my dad's health, what the care he needs is beyond, like he needs nursing care. You know, I'm not a nurse. My siblings aren't medical providers, so they need that. He, especially him, he needs that medical assistant. So feeling like this is what they need, but it still brings up a little bit of guilt. Like, oh, I wish I had the capability to, bring them into my home or live with them or something. But is putting it, I don't know, even though I think things have changed, it's still, I think there's just always these underlying feelings of putting your parents in a care center is cruel. Even though it's not, like I know logically it's not, there's just still this underlying piece is that putting someone away in a care center, there's just this, it feels cruel, and then there's this sadness to it.
To think about kind of like more of the positives of putting them in a care facility. Because I know you expressed your concern. They're getting older. Your dad's health is declining. Mom's legally blind. Them living alone without anybody, there's a high risk, right?
Yeah. We constantly worry about one or both of them falling and being injured, seriously injured.
Yeah. So with them being in a care facility, will they have 24-hour care then, or somebody's there all the time, right?
Right. Yes. Somebody, they can just push a button anytime they need care. So,
Well, does that bring you a little bit more of like peace of mind? I mean, knowing that somebody is there, somebody can care for them, somebody can contact you guys right away if something does go wrong,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah. I think those kind of things are motivating us to make
Yeah.
this change, even though it's so hard. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have a lot of support from your siblings, considering that there's four of you.
Hmm.
That's nice. That's nice. Any other type of support or um, things that you guys do that could, help you with the decision process? I mean, do you know anybody else that has, needed to put their family in this type of facility, or
Um,
any recommendations from people that you may know? Sometimes that helps, just like community wise, like knowing like, oh, well, you had to put your family in there. That gives me hope that, they did well.
yeah. Yeah, no, that they didn't. My sister did mention when they took a tour of it. I don't know anyone. A lot of my friends are in the same situation where we're getting older, so our parents are getting older, and I think it's on, some of my friends' minds, but no one's in the exact same situation. But my sister did say they do have support groups for children of their residents, and then they do also have like opportunities for family activities where they provide community events and families are welcome to attend. So,
That sounds nice.
yeah, that's one reason I think we're leaning towards this care center that we took my mom to see. And I think, another positive that's motivating us to make this decision is my mom's very social, but she needs help being social, and my dad hasn't been able to provide that, and he's not as social. So I think there's opportunities for her to get some social interaction she hasn't had for a while, um, but she's kind of resistant. She thinks she prefers being independent in her own home versus the opportunities there. So I think when she
Sure.
makes the transition, I can see her settling into it. But right now, she's kind of resisting. But it is a positive.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's new, right? It's a new idea. It's something fresh
Mhm.
maybe letting her visit a few more places just all of the family talking about it. That could be helpful just that slow transition process. It's hard for any of us to make decisions like that. It's hard to think that we're putting our parents, somewhere else for someone else to take care of. But I see where you're coming from, where you all have families and teenage children, and it's hard, that would probably make them uncomfortable too,
Yeah.
to be in your home.
Right.
So at least they're still having a little bit of that independence. They get to mingle with people of the same age, and like you said, your mom gets to go out and be social, and so those are great, things to look at, and look at when you look at the big picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I think it's definitely a difficult choice, but I think you guys are on the right track. I mean, you definitely mentioned some positive points in there. Um,